What's good? What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. So, first and foremost, I want to say a happy Halloween. Listen, for those that don't celebrate Halloween, you know, the whole pagan holidays and stuff like that, look, I'm not knocking that at all. I'm a Christian man, you know, my Lord and Savior is Jesus Christ. But bro, don't ruin it for people that do. Like, Halloween is actually my favorite holiday. This we got Caleb Plant in the news, but this is just a sidebar. Halloween is my favorite holiday, so it's like, you know, I love, you know, it just gives me a chance to be a kid. I'm not into no demonic stuff, but I like, you know, I like thrills. I like haunted houses. I like scary movies. That's what I am. That's how I am too. But it's like, if you don't celebrate it, bro, like, don't ruin it for people. Don't try to like force your beliefs on the other people, bro. Allow people to have fun and celebrate and enjoy life, all right? But now that we got that out the way, we got Caleb Plant and Breadman in the news, as Breadman has just clarified that he will not be working with Caleb Plant moving forward. Now, he didn't go into details. He did state that there was no bad blood or no issues between them, but he didn't go into details as to why him and Caleb Plant are no longer going to be working together. Now, many have speculations or whatnot. I'm not exactly sure. You know, he did a very good job of not disclosing any type of information. He just stated that there's no bad blood between them. He stated that like a few weeks after his fight with Resendez, he just let him know, like, hey, you know, it's not working out. He didn't understand what went wrong in the camp before the Resendez fights, which I'm gonna speak on as well. I have certain speculations, but he just you know, he split with him, and you know what, I'm not, you know, I congratulate dude on that. It's a weird chain of events, because normally you have a fighter, you'll hear the fighter split with the trainer, but in this situation it was actually the trainer that split with the fighter. Now, listen, you know, obviously we were getting ready for the Caleb Plant versus Jamal Charlo fight. They were lining that up. Jamal Charlo got rid of LaManna. Didn't look impressive to me, but still got the job done and got rid of him. Got him out of there. Caleb Plant was fighting Resendez, a fighter that I think he was like fighting at 160, moved up and, you know, handled his business or whatnot. Now, listen, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's many reasons why, or many possibilities as to why that fight played out the way it did. Some might feel like Caleb Plant was not motivated, which could be. You know, sometimes fighters fight to the level of their competition. I know Danny Jacobs did that a few times. You know, his greatest performance to me was a loss against Triple G or whatnot. But then, you know, Jamal Charlo as another fighter, like, you know, he looked spectacular against Derevyanchenko, who many people felt like beat Triple G and Danny Jacobs. To this day, I think Jamal Charlo had to clear the best performance against Derevyanchenko, but then you see him in his next fight against Juan Montiel, he don't look so good. So, you know, sometimes that happens, you know. Sometimes it's just an off night, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just happens like that. You know, the sad thing about boxing is that these fighters can't afford to have an off night, because they only have one night to shine. And especially if here's recently, like, these fighters are only fighting once a year, so it's like they only have one night to shine. Caleb Plant stated in an interview not too long ago, he stated how, like, bro, like, he was saying he was looking to come back in the first part of, or the first part of 2026. Like, fam, you ain't fought since May, you lost. Like, bro, you need to be on somebody's undercard rebuilding yourself, but he's not coming back until next year. So it's like these fighters are fighting once a year, and it's like, it just so happens that maybe, you know, Caleb Plant just had an off night, you know. It could be maybe one of my biggest speculations is the fact that Caleb Plant is just not active enough. As I just stated, you know, he hasn't been very active. I mean, since his fight with Canelo in 2021, and actually it was November 6th, so it was almost like 4 years ago. But from 2021, he fought Canelo, then he fought, he fought Canelo November 2021. This is off the dome, so if I'm wrong, just drop it in the comment section. He fought Canelo November 2021. He fought Anthony Durrell, no, October 2022, I believe. Then he fought David Benavidez March 2003. We didn't see him again until Trevor McCumbee, like September 2024. So that was like, what, 16 months off? And then we didn't see him again until, May 2025, which was against Resendez. He's not active enough, man. And fighters like Caleb Plant need to be active. You know, you just never know, bro. Or, I mean, it's also possible that Caleb Plant could be, you know, he's made a lot of money in the sport. So it could be very much so possible that Caleb Plant is just content with where he's at. You know, he made a lot of money with the Canelo fight. He definitely he invests his money very well according to him. So it could be a situation where Caleb Plant is just comfortable with life. He probably just, you know, and I just you know, I think that Caleb Plant has a lot more to offer. But if he doesn't see fit to, then I mean, I don't see, you know, I don't understand. I don't see why, you know, why he would continue. You know, boxing is not a sport that you want to continue or you want to do if you don't have your 100% of your heart in it. Because you got to think, if you, and this is why you can't be, it's no such thing as really a part-time boxer. This is why I don't compete anymore, because I couldn't give boxing my all. I still go to the gym and I still spar, but I can't give boxing my all. Boxing is a very, very selfish sport. You got to think about it. Let's say, for example, if you have a part-time job while you're boxing, right? You're boxing and you have a job, or you're boxing and you're going to school or something like that. You're going up against people that don't have a plan B. This is all they know. This is all they do. So they're hungry to take your heads off, dog. Like, you have to be all in it if you want to make it far in this sport. It can't be it can't be a plan B. Boxing has to be your one and only if you want to make it far in the sport. And so, you know, Caleb Plant is at a situation, he's at a point where, you know, he is comfortable in life. So I'm not saying that that's like 100% true of why Caleb Plant performed the way he did against Resendez, but I am saying it's possible. Now, what could Caleb Plant do in the future? Well, honestly, people may not agree with this, but even though he lost to Resendez, which is not the biggest issue, I mean, it's not the biggest flaw ever, right? If you look at many Hall of Famers have lost to somebody that's like, you know, down, like I wouldn't think that you would lose to them, you know, or lost to somebody that hasn't been as successful as them. I almost want to say all Hall of Famers have, or almost all Hall of Famers have, with the exception of like Floyd, and Canelo ain't lost to nobody that he should, like, that was like a Resendez. But regardless, like, you know, it's not the end of the world. So what I mean by that is, I mean, you still could put him in a fight with Jamal Charlo. Now, obviously, Jamal Charlo, they dropped the ball on that. The best time for that fight to happen should have been 2023 or early 2024. Like early 2024, they should have really got on that, bro. I mean, to this day, if you go back and look at the short video of Caleb Plant slapping Jamal Charlo, it got like 26 million views. Like, they really should have hopped on that then, but they kind of let the ball drop on that. Jamal Charlo done since apologized, even though he done spoke on Caleb Plant's wife, but since apologized or whatnot, they kind of squashed that. It's kind of fizzled out. So it's not gonna be as hot as it once was. However, they still could make that fight, bro. I think Caleb Plant could still be this version of Jamal Charlo. The Jamal Charlo that fought LaManna just was not it, bro. He got the knockout, but he still looks like Jamal Charlo looks like he needs to be fighting 3 times a year for 2 years just to get back to where he once was. That version of Jamal Charlo would have gotten beaten bad by Derevyanchenko. That now the Jamal Charlo that fought Derevyanchenko, on the other hand, bro, I think that Jamal Charlo beats Caleb Plant. But I don't see us getting that Jamal Charlo, at least not right now. So I mean, I feel like Caleb Plant should hop on that fight with Jamal Charlo. Go ahead, still get that fight going or whatnot, and within a few fights, you're back in talks with fighting for a title. If not, Jamal Charlo, maybe. I wouldn't mind seeing him against Edgar Berlanga. I don't know, but Caleb Plant, he got things that he needs to work on. He got to figure out what he wants to do. Now, as far as him going to a new trainer, I wouldn't mind seeing him again with Andre Rozier or Derek James. I think though that those would be a good fit for him as well. But I would just like Caleb Plant to the PBC in general, they need to get the ball moving, because bro, they're really damaging these fighters' careers by keeping them inactive. An active Caleb Plant, I don't think would have lost to Resendez. You got to excuse the background. The kids are out in their neighborhood trick or treating and stuff, but an active Caleb Plant wouldn't have lost to Resendez, but we see what happens when you're not active. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. What do you see from Caleb Plant next? But what do I know?